But between the land and the water, the sector will connect with now the ports and harbor authority. Not so, and then they link these two particularly well. Before I give the mic to me on board, Mr. Bio, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you because recently you win a very prestigious award for excellence in the work you do. I see one article recently referred to you say, you don't institute a quiet revolution. You do go about your business quietly, although when they say quiet, I say, they don't see this man a bluff man, they like bluff man, you know. But you work diligently and don't do a facelift. In fact, one of the comments they will get unprompted online, somebody say, you want to know who that they run the bots? We say because they see big transformation in the happen. This is an opportunity, first time for this platform, for let you talk to people. One, Tradi will be port authority no more. Now we don't add a body. So explain to people, start from here and inside the 7 minutes we get, the transition, some of the highlights, because I don't say if we left this man now, one can give it. The man may not prepare 32 highlights of things that we get for can give it. But not give you all. But just for saying he's done a lot. But within these 7 minutes, try for summarize and give people a state of play and the saloon ports and authorities. Go ahead.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Minister Ba. And then I want to the line with the colleagues and for thank the Minister of Transport. We really take a look to see that new border, that day because I can call and ask how I feel like. You don't introduce me well, but you left one outside. Or we will left out for security reasons because I get 7 minutes. So me and Yankuba Askia, the Director General of the port, we get 13 years clean working experience at the port. Start with Kenya at the port as logistics officer, tier of climb to the highest rank now at the port. And then I come to the organizational profile. The organizational profile will mean say the port we established by an act of parliament 1964. We amended them 1991, 2002, 2006. So 2010, now they will take a big transformation wherein they privatize the port to concessionaires. Meaning government take a decision says until not they make money out of the port and call private people who can take part to run the port. So we get two major concessionaires then. We one way in Bologna, FTL, and then NSBT. So Bologna then in charge of 100% containerized cargo then, and then 20% of bulk and weight bulk. And then you get NSBT, one British company, gets 80% bulk and weight bulk. We get other companies there, what they call LSS, ITS, and whatever, because of the time, I know we will explain it. Let me just not pull the mic here. And then also, and it comes straight now to the data then, because the one part, the key indicators, the one there, where I set for myself as a target, so that I know whether they make progress, whether they develop the port, whether they increasing the volumes and all. So I use 2022 and 2023 data for show CSC clearly if they make progress. So I use 2022 and 2023 data for that to know if they make progress. So one, the vessel traffic, we increased vessel traffic from 426 to 2022 and 2023 to 435. So meaning we increased by 9 vessels. Okay. With that one day, we come back again for the import TUs and then the export TUs. 2022, we import 61,000. And then 2023, we do 68. So total, where you put all of the, that one day from the 2022 from 2023, we make like 11% increment. So that then a big plus again for the government. And then with regards to the import metric tons, that are the bulk and weight bulk again, we make increase of 9% again with an additional for the port. I can now again to the cargo handling operations at the port. 2022 and 2023 again with regards to imports, we make like 3% increment, and then also for export again we get an increase of 27%. Waiting now what they mean. This one all, if you send them to monitor a figure, that means government make more money in terms of the revenue collected at the port. Okay, then I don't explain, say we concession the port to two major concessionaires them, and then with the reforms that we do, one part the major reforms that we will do, now for cut down on the turnaround time, meaning we vessel they come in, we make sure say we offload them and go back. Because first time we vessel they come in, they take up to them 2 to 3 weeks for letting you offload container and then we allow the vessel to go. Now I tell you and say between 12 to 24 hours, 48 hours, we vessel they come, we offload them container the day for let them go. Waiting that the means so we use the STS and the RTG, where they ship to shore cranes them, and the RTG they will go back and cranes them, where they take container them, because also they have manually them they do them. So I go. Okay, the importance of SLPHA again, now the gateway to the economy. Like I say, 60 or 65% of the revenue we government they use so far now for the generator. So I want for let the public know say again say the need for the support we instead of the pull it down. Pull down syndrome they really they keep but me not give has to public opinion that much. Okay, I can out to some of the functions them like I make it very clear. Before 2010, they be referred to it as a service port. After 2010, we refer to the landlord port. What does the service port mean? Always the ports we they do before, or always we call with the concessionaire that we they do, and ports we they do. We get for do cargo handling, shore handling, stevedore, towage, pilotage, scanning, weighbridge, CTN, examination, ferry, medical, and engineering. Nothing and the way now the ports are always the same they do. But for reason best known to the government, they look at us as the government not make much from waiting the ports they do, they decide for like concessional or privatize them functions and they. So I go through my achievement then I don't say I get 2 minutes more. So I get a lot. But because I talked to the minister, I try for reduce them from 25 to down to 17. So where I take over the mantle in 2023, one of the biggest thing where I talk to my international partners and they say you act, they speak differently, and then you they do differently. Meaning we act, we state say we in a service port, but to perform the role of landlord port. So first thing I do with the support of the minister and all, we end up for like enact the 1964 Act and 2023 Act. And then 24 hours pilotage, because that's what the thing and they're already able to grab the attention of international partners. Waivers to come inside, you get for make sure see service as fast as possible and allow them for Lego. We do that back again. We increase the vessel calls like I explained. From 2022 to 2023, we increased it by 9%. How would that happen? Because of the internet connectivity we'll try for do and all. As soon as remember, something will happen at Guinea Port, then get explosion. They not be ever feel say Salon will handle Guinea. We handle Guinea with peace, no while no be there, now we be there Guinea. Then they also help for like add to value. And then resident in 5 game changers we work on talk about recruitment or capacity building. So where I come, I look at and say yes, we get a lot of youth there within the streets who not get job. I begin for take 200 youth there where I get a permanent job. And then we move from paper-based to electronics. The one that we don't use for going to port, they know that what they say, first thing a manual way they take work out with paper, go out with paper. But when we take over, I make sure say one part of the thing they were asking international partners, they say, we they put money for help for IAPH, International Port and Harbour. There's no way we get them back. So the Director General of Ghana Port, Michael, he said, yes, that's true. So we ask for money, they will say, okay, now we want for go paperless. So they give you some money, they want 64,000 euro in a grant, so they give you, we implement system that we say no more paper. Because first they take paper, so it creates the delay time. Then, okay, then again, where I take over, I monitor the concessionaires them, and I realize say, with concessionaires every day make money, and one part of the thing that way they show me say they make money, and the way they declare dividend. Government get 20% share in the Boloye operation, so they declare $20 million dividend, where government get $4 million because of the 20% to get, and then we increase again with cargo transit. First day when we take over, and I've been 200. Now we talk about 1,900. Waiting now, and they mean the transit container they will go Guinea, Liberia, and all. We don't increase them. And then we do Adepa do another expansion again. Like I say, where I start me life now, but I do one expansion where I be there as country procurement director for the region, weighing at 270 meters length, 13.5. I be facilitator because I be the head. And now where I don't sit down back again, I do another expansion now where I can launch as the director general of the port. We don't do 97%. I will go for Colonna, for Leone, join with the launcher. Improve the cargo dwelling time at the port. all the system now don't put through, you see the trade facilitation will be very, very fast. Nobody need to hold on to container. If you get all your documents, then you can you clear. And then they say the one day when you go use that 2x4, clear for the agency, you don't because no secrets they go for cab. You will go use reputable clearing for the agency, you get all your documents them. If you're able to clear, you put them before specific time. And then, as we all know, arise, I talk about bad occupancy, we don't reach up to 70%. Waiting now one day mean that the space so get at the port right now will not reach up to 70. So this 70 here now will get allowance of 30. This 30 here now, if we watch at the projection 101 from now to 2026, 2027, with the H2 limit. So what we do now through the Ministry of Transport, we sign up an agreement with Arise for let them do dry ports now. Where that one is a very good thing that they can pull up by shape. And then the final one now I will end with that with the signing the agreement to sign again with Gento, because all the containers they will come out the wall, then they go first and we'll go Port of Tangier. And then if you look at them, because of we get natural harbor, first they for the one down instead of the claim hill. So waiting until we say they engage, we say, well, law we can use on our ports for law do that day. So we end up signing an agreement with Gento group of company for transshipment. Honorable Minister, I'm going to stop for now. Thank you so very much.
This now an example of when you give the right person the position, when you put young people in, sometimes we're competent and qualified, we get results. I think the Director General don't give me detailed with numbers, evidence of transformation. And it starts by establishing incompetence for the position, just for the avoidance of doubts. Because some people can think, say, because now by name, but a position, years of working at the sector, and the excellence with which you don't carry the work where you do. For move from period of transition that they see up to 2 weeks to now they target 24 hours, 48 hours. For move from Mr. Lansana, now we can to you for maritime, the maritime administration about the water, state of operations. You said you get 7 minutes. Go ahead, use that.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. I think I also want to join my colleagues in the first place. I think me na the last addition to the family. Myself joined the Ministry of Transport and Aviation very recently, but of course, like in the same capacity where my brother don't show. I want to thank the President, His Excellency, for where he thought I'm fit, for making I join the family. Then we have I don't come in about 3 weeks to 4 weeks. But I think it's a very dynamic sector, it's a very important one. And we set the play with your own part. Air, land, and sea. At the sea, we get what they put in place. In the first place, the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration became into being through an act of parliament when in 2000. Then fast forward in 2007, we've been, kind of amend the act. But not to the only thing with the guide we now the maritime sector. We also get the Merchant Shipping Act, we then create in 2003. But of course, in 2008, it been get an amendment. We also get the Maritime Zone Decree when I been in 1996. That decree they established the maritime zones. So sometimes we can hear about it in continental shelf. Sometimes we can hear about economic, exclusive economic zones. So all that in there are part of we own regulatory instruments then. But within the maritime domain, Sierra Leone they operate as 1, a coastal state, as 2, flag state, 3, and then a port state. As a coastal state, now because we get a coast, we border with water them. Now that give we the opportunity for operate as a coastal state. Then under that coastal state, we get responsibilities. Witness some of the responsibilities, we get for ensure safety of navigation and we water them. We all the work out, we see how then they try for putting in place traffic lights. If you go to other cities, you get traffic lights there. That traffic lights there, now in the guide, people them, when they drive along the streets. So similarly within the maritime sector, we get aids to navigation. The aids to navigation now in the direct ship them and other vessels where they come now with water. Over the years, you know, some people been used for know about lighthouse and other areas. We may colleague now they get authority over that. But of course, when we don't come into the new office, me executive director, we don't begin engage. How we for work on anything there, for make sure that we people them, you know, and the vessels where they come to the country, navigate the water them accurately. We also maintain, of course, the aids to navigation, and when they conduct search and rescue. Sometimes we can get distress calls when they say, you know, so-so vessel don't go adrift, or so-so vessel don't become grounded, or so-so vessel don't capsize. So the work they do in that area and that, would they rescue people there. That rescue way they do, now part of the mandate. We not get the right equipment then for do that one day, but definitely speaking, we get a few things in place. We get rigid inflatable boats, we then call reefs. Then reefs and they would use them for, you know, rescue people now the sea. We also get with partners UNDP and SL Marad. They be help we over the years, and they be don't help with search and rescue boats. That search and rescue boats they would use them for save lives them na sea. So if the boat capsize or it go adrift or it go grounded, we always get them distress calls and they will come in and we get a competent team where they look into that. As a flag state, waiting qualifies Sierra Leone for being a flag state now that we say we're not just a tap to coastal state. We get a port where they operate. So now we get the opportunity for the give flags to countries where they fly, we flag them. So we get over 560 vessels there where they fly Salon flag. And we get an institution where now the SL Marad, where now we International Ship Registry, we now they're in charge of that. So alongside with them, we conduct inspection, we conduct assessment on anything, and we give them, we flag for fly, then we flag them. I just say in enough time, but there is a lot to handle and there is a lot to talk about. As a port state, my colleague don't extensively talk about that, so I really not go into that. But countries where they wish for fly, we flag, we give them, we flag, and we monitor them. Countries where already get flags, what they do now that, they give them certification for say you qualify for fly, we flag them now, you know, along international waters. In terms of search and rescue, of course, I don't talk about that. In 10 years, talking about numbers, in 10 years, this is not the first year where we don't get more distress calls in this country past any other year. The figures now that we don't able to respond to over several incidents where we don't save lives of up to 929 survivors, and we also able to recover body them when about 8. So I think it's a very big thing, you know, where you able to respond to the incident and bring, you know, survivors on ground, save their lives, and they save for the few incidents and we sometimes will not receive them calls and they in time. Wrecks now one thing we sometimes over the years ships that don't, you know, go down, things that don't happen, accident don't happen. We also get our authority there for receive their wrecks, and they in fact my boss, now the chief receiver of wrecks. So when they receive the information and they will act on them. But currently as it is, we don't institute for carry on a survey for able to inform we about how many wrecks we really get now with water them. Because their wrecks, and if person don't know say wreck there, then it travel, you know, then at the water, tendency they say you go run into the wreck and that will cause accident. Aids to navigation, I don't talk about that. Environment, of course, we also regulate the environment.
No me no say, I get abiding love, respect and admiration for the work we Madam Barry they do at the civil aviation sector. I don't kind of a couple of times before. That be a very popular sector when it take over. Airports, plane issues, all kind of things. But with poise and calm and a minister, they don't really work as well for stabilize that sector, for expand opportunities. Recently, he hosted major international engagements there. He brings some of the major people around the world for show say President Bio in leadership and in vision, would they continue for expand for let Salone become an ideal destination. And the minister, they've been giving some announcements at that events and say more and more news they come. So today I hope say they can add some flesh to that tease news zone I've been giving the last time. But over to you, Madam DG, for the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority, Madam Musaya Obai.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I think Sagolek for start with thanking His Excellency for appointing the first female Director General of Civil Aviation, the way the country don't ever get. For me, it was a huge honor. And I would like for inform we all for say, globally, there's only 10 of us, we're now women, where they head the aviation space around the world. And Salone, we for be very proud to be one of the countries them, we get a woman where they head that space thing. Secondly, I would like for inform we all for say, globally, I believe Semin are the youngest Director General of Civil Aviation. So on a double point, I would like for thank His Excellency for giving young people the space and the support for coming to governance. I'm not going to go too far without thanking the Minister, because every now and then, as my brother point out, we get for run to run and cry for support, for make sure we're able to execute the work with His Excellency Giwi, and also for deliver on the performance contract where INSEF don't Giwi. So we dey under tight pressure. Honestly, where I take over the Civil Aviation Authority, I've been there before on this platform with you. I've been here for explaining for you that similar to my brother at the ports, I don't been at the industry for over 11 years, 12 years at the airport. And I also want to say I come into an authority where we don't really set a strong foundation. So it will make me work somehow easier. I get to understand, say, outside of all the achievements that we will be done make as a state in terms of with safety and with security ratings, we've been still get beaucoup challenges when it comes to flights, where it comes for the recognition where the industry need really for growth. So we begin looking to those challenges. And one of the things then, the major things that we will be understand is, since 2008, Sierra Leone done day on the European safety list. For people then they call on the blacklist. What that they mean is, any aircraft where register in Salone, where they fly the call sign of Sierra Leone, it banned from flying into the European and the UK airspaces. So one of the major things that I've been wanting to do, now for engage with the counterparts them, their regions then they, for see how we will work together for pull win and honesty. So we will begin get direct flights again to the US, to the UK, and we will reclaim with flag status. So about 4 months ago, my team, the technical team, we've been going to Brussels for engage the EU Safety Commission, and we've been get for land bubble. One of the major things where we've been taken away from there was that despite the improvements them, which they recognize, say we don't do in the areas of safety and security, they've been get for really explain to we for say, since 2008, Salone no ever register aircraft again. We not get any aircraft where they fly with call sign. So because of that, the regulatory body where really, now the Civil Aviation Authority, the International Civil Aviation Organization, they deal with when it comes to all aviation affairs. So let me get for explain to you for say, at the moment, the capacity where they na the CAA, they're not able for see how we were able for issue waiting and call AOCs, that are air operator certificates, and how we were able to maintain an aircraft registry.